The island's involvement in the annual Farmhouse Breakfast Week came to a successful end on Saturday, as the West Wight did their bit to support local farms and produce.
Well, this is a great event where a lot of young people in the community have come together to celebrate the British Farmhouse Breakfast Week. And if you're really keen to sponsor an event like this, it gives people a chance to associate the link between the food they eat for their breakfast every day and the food that we farmers on the Isle of Wight and countrywide produce for people to have on their plates. Even though the Isle of Wight is a country island, people don't get an opportunity to actually go and look at animals. So it's quite a small event. We've got some chickens here, so obviously eggs are a big part of your breakfast. We've got a tractor outside, so people can go and see the actual machinery, and maybe the cost, the sort of, massive cost associated with having machinery on the farms. And then behind me we've got a range of local produce from Bryson Farm Shop, demonstrating the massive array of things that are being produced on the Isle of Wight.
We've got Isle of Wight cauliflower, Savoy cabbage, tundra cabbage. We've got Isle of Wight kale, it's very nice this time of year, very healthy. We've got some Isle of Wight tomatoes, they're still being produced in the greenhouses at Arrington. Slower time for them this time of year, but they still manage to produce some with the heat. We've got a selection of Isle of Wight, this is a very nice this time of year. This is the purple sprouting broccoli, very good, very healthy. A selection of Isle of Wight jams and pickles. The garlic farm mustards and some Isle of Wight honey.
But it was the chickens that stole the show.
Well, we've brought the chickens for a display today for the Farmhouse Breakfast Week because obviously chickens lay eggs and eggs mean breakfast, and we're doing sort of go to work on an egg theme and brought all different sort of foods and things that you can have for breakfast that include eggs like pancakes and scrambled boiled. Well, it's nice for the children to actually see the chickens because they then know that the eggs come from chickens, because some children, especially city children, don't realise that's where eggs come from. It's important that everybody sees, grassroots to the finished products, which we've done here. We've got the eggs, we've got the chickens, and we've got the food. This chicken is a hybrid, which is a cross between a few different egg-laying breeds. They're quite calm, they're nice to have, ideal for a first-time chicken. As you can see, she's not phased. She's never been anywhere. She is a wild chicken. She is out at home. This is a French Moran, which isn't a particular breed for showing, but it lays very, very dark eggs. And people use these eggs for showing, but not the birds. But these are a much heavier breed. They cost more to keep because they eat more. They're a heavier breed, won't lay so many eggs, but the eggs they do lay are good quality.
I'm a owner with my wife and son of White Milk on the island at Hayden Street, and Judy Griffin asked me to come here today, and I said, well, I could make some butter if you wish, which I've made, one in the shape of the Isle of Wight and 4 more, hoping that'll be enough for the people to eat today.
And one of the island's most famous farmers, High Sheriff Susie Sheldon, even stopped in to give her support for the event.
We've just watched you doing some exercising. What's that about?
Well, this is a new African-based exercise class which the West Wight Sports Centre is introducing. Having watched it, I couldn't resist joining in. And it's great fun. I need to be, I think, in more casual clothing to do it in future.
And do you think that awareness of farming and locally produced food is important for the Isle of Wight?
Obviously, I'm a farmer, so I think it's very important. But I think it is important. I think children need to understand where their food comes from, and that the countryside that surrounds them is there largely because the farmers farm it the way they do. And it's that farming is on the island is quite tough because of the transport problems. And it's the more local produce people can buy, the better it is environmentally and for the farming community.
It is hoped that events like this will open the younger generation's eyes to the importance of farming and raise more awareness of locally produced food.